Good evening, witches, and welcome back to my sacred space. It is almost Samhain, and I thought I would show you guys how I am setting up my altar for this evening's live celebration. If you're able to join me live this evening over on TikTok, October 30th at 8 p.m., I am super happy to have you there, but if you missed it, don't worry, I have a replay over on my Instagram, so feel free to check it out. I personally love hosting rituals, so it's always a treat, and I always want to make sure that it is accessible after the fact, because I know time zones are a thing. So anyways, today I wanted to show you how I am setting up my altar. We have my base altar here, cleaned and cleansed, and the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is something really cool. I know that I had a video of like all of my old witchcraft stuff, but this is actually something that I am using from my family, and this is a shawl. I have a black one that I'll be wearing during the ceremony, but I thought I would use this as my altar cloth for the evening. So it has all this beautiful hand embroidery on it, and has all these like wonderful, fabulous tassels, which are super witchy. But for today, I wanted to use it just to cover up my altar. Now, I'm sure at this point you're wondering, like, B, you're a goth and it's Samhain. Why are you putting a white altar cloth down? Again, familial stuff for sure, but I think it's just really beautiful, really delicate, kind of like the world is at this time of year, and I thought it would fit. So this is your encouragement to use your intuition and not necessarily stick to all of those correspondences that we love that are super handy dandy, but you know, there is a little bit of intuition that can be used when making some beautiful altar spaces, so I encourage you to do so. Now, because we are using this beautiful white cloth as well as some candles, and I don't want to get any wax on this, I am going to be using this kind of reflective mirror tray. It's the Moon. I got it at Target for $5. Witchcraft does not have to be expensive, but anyways, I'm going to stick that right in the middle, and this is where I'm going to be doing the majority of my spell work. So I know it might seem a little bit small. I probably would want a bigger mirror in the future, but I think this one works really well for what we're doing right now, and I think it fits, so we're going to start with that. Next, I'm going to be adding two candles, a black and a white candle, which correspond with the spell that I have ingredients listed for over on TikTok, so a lot of that is going to come from here, so definitely check that out if you guys haven't already, but we are using these to kind of find balance to represent the season. I just think that, you know, black and white, beautiful. So I switched like the candles and the holders, if you guys couldn't tell, and I don't know, I like that, it's fun. Next, I have some new moon water made during the solar eclipse in Scorpio. So I really wanted to use new moon water for this as an offering to the ancestors and spirits, just because it was made during a very transformative moon, and a moon that I really felt like was a great prelude to Samhain, so I wanted to carry over some of that energy into my working this evening. Next, I will be adding some salt, which is an ingredient for the spell work that we're doing. So just some regular sea salt, and then this is an image of one of the loved ones that I lost this year. My cat from childhood passed away. He was a good boy, but he was an older cat, you know. So I wanted to have a picture of him on my altar to honor him this evening. So. Okay, so next, of course, I'm going to be adding my divinatory tools and using my beautiful Ask the Witch tarot deck. I love this one for this time of year, like the labyrinth motif on the front is just super cool. As well as some dark crystals. I'm going to be adding this to my little spell work area. I also have this really beautiful fossil that I'm going to be used for calling circle this evening. I love these. It reminds me of like primordial life on Earth, so especially during Samhain, I think it's good to remember that. So I'm going to be adding that to my altar here. Alright, so carrying on with our black and white theme, I'm adding another black candle out here, as well as a white skull candle here, just again carrying on some of that same symmetry. Next, I have these beautiful orange holders that I used at Maven as well. I use them for most of the fall holidays on the Wheel of the Year, and I just think they bring like kind of a nice little autumnal touch, and they save my altar cloths from getting wax on them, so it's definitely a bonus. Alright folks, getting down to the end here, I'm just going to be adding some extra amethyst to my altar. Again, we used some of these during our Scorpio new moon altar as well, so bringing over that energy. Then I have this little cauldron that I'm going to use to make a dry incense for Samhain. I gave some instructions again over on TikTok for that if that is something you're interested in doing too. Alright, and then finally, just because it's me, I'm going to be adding some deer bones to my altar. I have to include bones on all of my altars, it seems. So I'm just going to be placing these around on my altar, just making everything nice and symmetrical, because that's how I roll. And in case anyone's curious, those are deer bones. So yes, this is my Samhain altar. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to share it with you. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of inspiration for your own altar. I'm gonna flip this around and show you what I have so far, and then check out my Instagram later this evening to see the altar all lit up. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy Samhain! Bye!